Good morning, meteorologist Stephanie Waldref here. A beautiful day in store for the Cape Fear. You're definitely going to want to head to the beach, though. Look at how hot these temperatures are. We're getting into the low 90s. We have a tornado warning in effect for Bladen County until 6:30. We still have about 45 minutes left on this warning. Good afternoon. I'm down here in downtown Wilmington, right in front of City Hall, where the MLK parade is going on right now. It started at 11 o'clock, and it's still going strong. You can see the people behind me going by, all of the spectators too. It's an awesome atmosphere. Look at that purple blob behind me. We can see that, and that is going to be pushing closer and closer, bringing with it the coldest air of the season.
I think our favorite part of your entire forecast when you said, take a look at the purple blur behind me.
That is a scientific term I learned in college. I've been asking everybody this question, and they've all said the same answer, so I want to see if you say the same answer. What's your favorite part of the Azalea Festival?
My favorite part is always the parade.
Okay, you have a different answer.
Yeah, I love the Azalea Parade. Always have and always will.
Awesome. Well, if you are heading out to the parade, it's going to be chilly, so grab a jacket. Otherwise, Ashley, back to you. I'd like to introduce Minot's newest meteorologist. His name is Barkley, and as we all know with the movie Sharknado, no tornado is complete without its shark.
Here's meteorologist Stephanie Waldref with your Storm Track 3 forecast.
Well, good morning, everybody. This picture behind me just made my morning. Clarissa sent this in saying that her dog is ready for the snow. Bring it on. Hopefully everyone else in the Cape Fear has those sentiments too, because it is coming. Now, as far as our weather goes right now, we are pretty quiet. Taking a look at your Stevenson Skyview camera, we're seeing those clouds really build in here to the Cape Fear. People heading off to work right now. Things are dry for your morning commute. Not going to be the same for your evening commute. You feel like temperatures heading out the door are in the low to mid-teens across the Cape Fear. We've got this low pressure system developed right off the coast of Florida, and that is going to be riding up the southeastern coast here through the day, and that's where we're going to start to see that precipitation move in, mainly after lunchtime. Now, the track of this low pressure system, though, very important to what we see here in the Cape Fear. The further away it is, the more cold air we get, meaning that we get more snow. The closer the low pressure system is, warmer air is going to be wrapping around it, and that means more rain, freezing rain, sleet, and that mixture of just very messy precipitation. Right now, it's looking like a main snow event, but we could be seeing that change because any wobble, 25 miles, going to have a big impact. Now, after that moves off here overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, more Arctic air is going to be pushing in, and that Arctic air is going to be here to stay at least through the weekend. So take a look at your winter storm warning, though. They are all the way from Florida through Georgia, South Carolina, and then up into our neck of the woods. Ours goes into effect at 11 a.m. today through 6 a.m. on your Thursday. So it's going to be a very messy evening commute. This morning, though, not having any problems. All that precip still down right along the Georgia-Florida state line, moving up the coast here very slowly. We're starting to see a little bit of that mixed precip starting to get into South Carolina. For us here in the Cape Fear, though, we are dry for now. Taking a look at your pinpoint futurecast forecast model throughout the rest of the afternoon, or throughout the rest of the morning, excuse me, we'll see those clouds really build in. Not going to be seeing a whole lot of sunshine here today. Temperatures going to be warming up into the low to mid 30s. Now, after lunchtime, that's when we start to see those precipitation chances rise. First, it's going to be starting off as a mixture in those early afternoon and even into those early evening hours. A little bit more snow away from the coast as temperatures are going to be colder. Also, something to note, look at how close that rain is to the coast. Any shift in that low pressure system means either more rain or more snow. Very, very touchy here as we head into this evening and into the overnight hours. But then we're going to start to see it switch to all snow, and then into the overnight hours it'll be all snow before completely moving out here around midnight and into tomorrow morning. Then temperatures are going to be very chilly in the 20s. Now, as far as accumulations go, right now it looks like we could be seeing some ice accumulations, especially in those early afternoon and early evening hours. Right now it's looking like less than 1/10 of an inch, but as we all know, any ice, very, very dangerous to drive on, so that's something to definitely keep in mind. Now, along with the ice, we've got snow accumulations. Your European model right now showing more snow away from the coast along that South Carolina, North Carolina border in Columbus County and Bladen counties, 1.5 here in Wilmington, but the GFS is showing a little bit more snow, showing it the heaviest closest to the coast. I think it's going to be right in the middle. I think for Wilmington here, 2 inches, give or take a little bit here as we head into your evening hours. Here's a look at what to expect. The afternoon precipitation developing, starting off as a mixture, then switching to all snow after dinner time. A look at your 7-day forecast showing temperatures staying cool. So unlike last year when the snow melted as it hit the ground, this time it might be sticking around as temperatures are going to be staying right at freezing.
Whew, so definitely good not to be on the roads if you don't have to.
Yes, especially tonight. Right now we're good, but if you can leave work early or anything like that, I might take that opportunity because tonight's commute is not going to be pretty. Let's look at Irma and talk about it. High-res satellite showing what a monster of a storm this is. Currently a Category 5 storm moving to the northwest. Taking a closer look at this eye, it is going to be skirting the Virgin Islands, if not going right over those before skirting Puerto Rico and continuing on its very dangerous path. There are tropical storm warnings, hurricane warnings in effect through all of the Caribbean as the storm continues to move off to the northwest. And then one thing that we want to know is when is it going to take that turn? So we continue to the northwest at 16 miles an hour here through the rest of the week. Then the weekend, that's where we're going to be seeing that much anticipated turn to the north. This turn is incredibly hard to forecast. I cannot stress that enough. It is very hard to see just how quick it's going to be turning and where exactly it's going to be turning. I don't want you to pay so much attention to this red line, but rather the cone, because the center of the storm could be anywhere inside the cone of uncertainty. So it could go up the Florida Peninsula. That would be catastrophic for Florida. It could stay out over open waters and move into and make landfall on the southeast coast, and that would be worse for parts of the southeast. So this is definitely something that we need to be watching very closely. We did see a shift in the models here last night and into this morning. Yesterday, these models were more to the west, kind of stretched out over the Florida Peninsula. You can see a lot of them now over the open Atlantic and have the landfall making in the southeast. These are just models. There's also a lot of days in between now and when the storm will be in our area for these to change. So now as we head into the rest of the week and into the weekend, it is not time to panic, but it is rather time to get prepared because like I said, these can change and the direct impact is really going to have a huge effect on this turn and just how quickly and when that turn happens. So make sure to stay with WWAY. You can do that on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also follow us on our website, and do not forget to download the WWAY Storm Track 3 weather app. He is ready for the Super Bowl game. Unfortunately, the Broncos won't be playing. So live here from Awanda, South Carolina, in the path of totality, meteorologist Stephanie Waldref, WWAY News. As we head throughout the rest of the day, we are going to be warming up into the mid to upper 70s. Don't get used to it though, because that temperature right there, that's as high as it's going to be getting for the next 7 days. All of the details on the cool down and our rain chances coming up. Randy and Hannah, back to you. Thanks, guys. Right now I am joined by Anna Crutchfield, a Red Cross volunteer, and you've been through this a few times, so you know exactly what we need to put into our preparedness kit. Let's kind of go through this and just explain to me why and what we need in our kits as we go into hurricane season. Good morning, southeastern North Carolina. As you head out the door, very cold. I've got my sweater on. I wore a jacket in and some boots. You're going to want to do the same thing. Also, give yourself a few extra minutes so you can scrape off your windows. We've got some ice out there. The first hard freeze across the Cape Fear. We're talking a little bit about adding ice cream and donuts together. What are your plans for the summer with that?
We're going to get it set up just right for the ice cream sandwiches. We're
Absolutely.
excited.
Well, that's two of my favorite things to put together. You guys definitely have to come out here. And if you're on your way to work and you want to stop by for a free donut, you can right here on Wrightsville Beach. Just give them the code Destination Donuts, and the first 12 people to come in will get a free donut. Randy and Ashley, back to you in the studio. Chance for severe weather, while lower, is not at a 0. And now I'm going to attempt to dance. Everyone, please be nice. I'm not a very good dancer. All right, let's do this. Randy's laughing at me. The floor director is dancing with me. Thank you, thank you. But this is how I feel. The weather is just going to be great out there today, and I'm so excited for it. All right, now that's enough dancing. I've embarrassed myself enough.